guys, Justin from Simplified Investing. This is our weekly market breakdown video and also going to highlight a stock that we are going to be watching this week. Hope you guys enjoy. So getting things started, let's take a look at SPY here, and I'll actually clear this drawing set so you guys can just see the price action. And really, let's start with from the weekly chart here. So you can see we get this move up here on 612 with pretty expanded weekly chart here on some higher volume. Then we get this inside bar here on this week. And really what we see here is a lot of times this could be like an exhausted push up here and then this pullback move here off of this level right here. What I really want to see is how we respond next week. Do we crack below this inside bar low and funnel down here? You saw we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weekly chart bars to the upside, signaling exhaustion. Then you get this high volume exhaustion out of all these 5. Inside bar. Now if we funnel down here, we do have room down into like this 420 area, back into the retest area in like 417 to 420. Now when we look at this from the daily chart, what we see here is we're trying to make this attempted curl. What I do not like to see is this candle right here. On Thursday, we had 2 really narrow bars here, inside bar, following essentially a tweezer top on high volume. You can see this rising volume here, getting pretty extended, and then a climatic top with this inside bar. What I do not like is this Thursday's bar. We had the bulls attempt to push this, a really strong piercing candle, almost a bullish engulfing above this high. And what happened then on Friday, it was almost like the bulls didn't stand a chance. We gapped down, and then we had an inside bar again here. We traded some into the range here, this Thursday candle, increasing volume, and then we left this topping wick here, signaling that weakness. For any strength, really want to see a clear out above this level, like 436.74 to 437. Then we have some room here to the upside up into, say, like this 440 area and then 444 above. Ideally, what I'd want to see is us either like go like this and come down and then come down like this and then break. And once we break, I will watch how strong we are for this continuation, similar to like a curling pattern formation here, a cup pattern, and reclaim over 437 is what I'm going to be having on watch. If we do zoom in here into the hourly, you can see we're just in the slow grinding move lower. Really not much movement here on Monday, choppy all day. We got an afternoon breakdown, another day of chop on Tuesday, another day of chop on Wednesday, Thursday chop, and then if we do zoom in here on Friday, really slow movement. You can see we sort of trend here, but you can see these wicks where it just chops here. Really the market's showing indecision. For me to look long, watching over 437, any weakness below this low here at like 432 from this Friday candle, room down to test into this area around like 428 below. So keeping those levels on watch here this week on SPY, just something to note. Now let's take a look at ES here. And this paints more of a clearer picture. Just because it trades 24 hours, it's going to be the futures. What we see here is an attempted bullish hammer candle, completely bearishly engulfed here. So we get this bulls attempted to push this higher, and then a bearish engulfing here. Watching on ES, similar structure as SPY, not really seeing much until we break this 44.26 area, and then I'm going to actually, what I recommend doing sometimes for these important levels is changing these and color coding these. So if you want to make important levels red, if you want to make them green, whatever it might be, just so you know it's an important level intraday. I want to see either, and it's highly unlikely to just see a breakdown and then bullish engulfing, but some sort of strength over 44.26 to take this back to the upside. Otherwise, we're continuing in this exhausted move here off of this. Now, there is a gap here, and that comes from the forward-dated futures. That's why you get this gap here. Now, it's not like a normal gap in a stock because this comes from a changing date on the futures. But we could get this level down here at like 43.50 on any continued weakness here on /ES this week. One other thing I want to take a look at is the VIX. I keep saying it, but it's really impressive that we are selling off this much on the VIX. It's extremely oversold, hitting 3-week lows. Let's zoom back out to, say, 20 years. We're definitely in the bottom range of this area here, expecting some sort of bounce, but until we get price action to show otherwise, still in a strong downtrend here. So you can see no true weekly strength at all. Failure, that's a weak candle, and bearish engulfing, and then a follow-through candle here. So let's say we gap back or we get strength back over 15, still looking very, very weak, and can use like psych levels below on this, like 12, 11.50, and 11. Half dollar, whole dollar regions as important levels here on the VIX this week. One stock to keep on watch here is going to be Coinbase. Really interesting move here from the aspect of an overall daily chart. Not that strong. As you can see, a lot of chop here in between, say, 61 up here into 68. And what that does is a lot of chop here creates a harder time for the equity to move through this area. A lot more support and resistances, a lot more strength needed to break. Now, if it does break, potentially a lot of shorts have their stop up here at, say, like 70 in the high of this range. Can add to this breakout here like we saw back here on, what day was this, 2-2. What I like here is we get this bottoming tail or bottoming wick, and then we get a bull engulfing on higher volume here on Friday. What I want to see is a follow-through through 62 for that move up into, say, 65. The last thing I want to see is just a sell-off down below here back into, like, 57. So watching a follow-through above 62 for a continuation off this bullish engulfing candle with volume for room up into, say, 65 to 66 overhead. But overall, a nice strength here on Coinbase. Friday mover that had some strength. One other stock that I wanted to touch on really quick, it's going to be Meta. Gap up in this weak candle on high volume here, which correlated with the market. The market was very weak on 616, similar price structure. And we get inside bar here, failed attempt lower, bullish engulfing, and then a follow through on volume here. Holds above this channel right here around 284, watching this for that 290 and then 300 move here. You can see from the weekly chart, very, very strong move. You can see how sequential or how wide this bar is. It could create some void up here into like that 320 area. Highly unlikely to hit it in the coming week, but potential overhead on the hold of this $284 base. That being said, that wraps up our watch list video for the week. If you did enjoy this video, if you could please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. And if you are interested in checking out our team, feel free to head to simplified-investing.com today. We would love to have you guys on board. Hope you guys enjoy and have a great weekend. Thank you.